This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 386. I Will Persist Until I Succeed by Ross Enamait of rosstraining.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Hey, happy Monday and welcome back to another week of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook. Some of the authors include Zen Habits, Nerd Fitness, Ben Greenfield, and more. And don't forget, we have 4 other podcasts where we narrate blogs for you. You can find them by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show. The post I'm about to read to you is so motivating, I don't even need to start this week off with an inspirational quote. I just have to read this post to you. So let's get right to it as we optimize your life. I Will Persist Until I Succeed by Ross Enamait of rosstraining.com. What you're about to hear is Og Mandino's well-known third scroll from his book, The Greatest Salesman in the World. It was recently posted to my forum, and it's well worth a share. The message shared throughout can be applied to many facets of life. Quote, I will persist until I succeed. In the Orient, young bulls are tested for the fight arena in a certain manner. Each is brought to the ring and allowed to attack a picador who pricks them with a lance. The bravery of each bull is then rated with care according to the number of times he demonstrates his willingness to charge in spite of the sting of the blade. Henceforth, I will recognize that each day I am tested by life in a like manner. If I persist, if I continue to try, if I continue to charge forward, I will succeed. I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered unto this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to talk, to walk, to sleep with the sheep. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. Let them join the sheep. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. I will persist until I succeed. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning, and it is not given me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal. Failure I may still encounter at the 1,000th step, yet success hides behind the next bend in the road. Never will I know how close it lies until I turn the corner. Always I will take another step. If that is of no avail, I will take another, and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will consider each day's effort as but one blow of my blade against a mighty oak. The first blow may cause not a tremor in the wood, nor the second, nor the third. Each blow of itself may be trifling and seem of no consequence. Yet, from childish swipes, the oak will eventually tumble. So it will be with my efforts of today. I will be likened to the raindrop which washes away the mountain, the ant who devours a tiger, the star which brightens the earth, the slave who builds a pyramid. I will build my castle one brick at a time, for I know that small attempts, repeated, will complete my undertaking. I will persist until I succeed. I will never consider defeat, and I will remove from my vocabulary such words and phrases as quit, cannot, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and retreat, for they are the words of fools. I will avoid despair, but if the disease of the mind should infect me, then I will work on in despair. I will toil and I will endure. I will ignore the obstacles at my feet and keep my eyes on the goals above my head, for I know that's where dry desert ends and green grass grows. I will persist until I succeed. I'll remember the ancient law of averages, and I will bend to my good. I will persist with knowledge that each failure to sell will increase my chance for success at the next attempt. Each nay I hear will bring me closer to the sound of yea. Each frown I meet only prepares me for the smile to come. Each misfortune I encounter will carry in it the seed of tomorrow's good luck. I must have the night to appreciate the day. I must fail often to succeed only once. I will persist until I succeed. I will try and try and try again. Each obstacle I will consider as a mere detour to my goal and a challenge to my profession. I will persist and develop my skills as the mariner develops his, by learning to ride out the wrath of each storm. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will learn and apply another secret of those who excel in my work. When each day is ended, not regarding whether it has been a success or a failure, I will attempt to achieve one more sale. When my thoughts beckon my tired body homeward, I will resist the temptation to depart. I will try again. I will make one more attempt to close with victory, and if that fails, I will make another. Never will I allow any day to end with a failure. Thus, I will plant the seed of tomorrow's success and gain an insurmountable advantage over those who cease their labor at a prescribed time. When others cease their struggle, then mine will begin, and my harvest will be full. I will persist until I succeed. Nor will I allow yesterday's success to lull me into today's complacency, for this is the great foundation of failure. I will forget the happenings of the day that is gone, whether they were good or bad, and greet the new sun with confidence that this will be the best day of my life. So long as there is breath in me, that long I will persist. For now, I know one of the greatest principles of success. If I persist long enough, I will win. I will persist. I will win. You just listened to the post titled, I Will Persist Until I Succeed by Ross Enamait of rosstraining.com. Just this past week, I was a guest again on the Brian Copeland Show on KGO Radio AM 810 in San Francisco, California. Brian and I talked about my tips for success when it comes to New Year's resolutions. Now don't worry, I'm going to share that interview with you, but I'll give you a preview right now. Guess what one of the major themes I discussed was? Persistence. I of course go into a little bit more detail about that, meaning how do you stay consistent? How do you stay persistent when it seems like so many other things are getting in the way? Sometimes a lot of it's in our head, as you learn by me reading this post to you. But other times we need a little bit of help from our environment and from others, and that's totally okay. So I'll go more into that on this Friday's episode, so stay tuned. But again, I want to thank Brian Copeland and his producer Carolyn for having me on the show. And in fact, Brian Copeland did an entire motivation week. So if you want to hear any of his other guests talk about how to make this year better, definitely check out his website, briancopeland.com. And you can also find a link to his podcast there as well. Now, before I go, one last time, don't forget that we have 4 other shows where we narrate blogs for you. We cover personal development, money, business, and relationships. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this to find them. All right, that's it for Monday's episode. Have a wonderful start to your week. I'll be back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.